3-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at him. Now 2nd and 5.
Now the first carry here for the running back.
Still on his feet. He may go.
Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw.
That one behind his man, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw here.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Charbonnet.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. 2nd and 6. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Javon Hargrave able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now back to throw. Buying time to his... Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Pass caught by Pearsall.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away.
Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
You look at this Niner defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
On the toss to Charbonnet.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 13-yard line. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. Myers' kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
He might be being set up here for a busy ball game. Already 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 35, here's second and a couple.
Here's a give up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
80 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Niners sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
A big play there for the Niners. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards.
Now Purdy.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Ricky Pearsall.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Niners are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Open man is Juwan Jennings.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
On the carry, Charbonnet.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On play action, they'll throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 62 yards.
And the Seahawks have retaken the lead.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 88 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Purdy.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete.
There he goes, left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ricky Pearsall
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Niners are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Escapes the defender.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jennings. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. But a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but it left him no room to run as he goes straight out of bounds. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
The kick by Piñeiro is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Powering his way forward.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. Down the left sideline.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
DK Metcalf
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks have yet again retaken the lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And running with power here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First
mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's in.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. They'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it here with Charbonnet.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And he's got this down to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. Oh, some strong running. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Purdy now to throw.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking